Hello everybody. Thursday, last day, fantastic. It's hard to believe I've got a nice steading waiting on me to slide into. I'm going to have the underfloor heating on. I'm going to get the fire on as soon as I get in. I'm going to kick back and I'm going to just look at what I can see and go, wow, oh my God. What a week. What a week. But an essential week. Something that had to happen. So I'll let you join me before I jump into this. But I was actually looking and thinking about something really motivational to show you. And I paused for maybe 15 minutes after searching online, and I thought, you know what? Pause, Shelley Booth. I don't think there's anything more motivational than somebody that's real, somebody that is doing the jobs that everybody else is doing and making it work. So I stopped that and thought, let's think about you, Booth. What are you going to say? So I'm going to talk to you about a couple of things, I think, and I'm actually going to let my mind wander because I've sat in this hotel room a lot for, well, between two hotels now. That'll be a week tomorrow. I got my operation done. A lot of thinking, a lot of time to think, a lot of overthinking, which we've been talking about recently, and you do the whole soul searching bit, don't you? When you've got time to reflect and you prioritise and you're missing your family, you're missing your surroundings, your setup. So, oh, thank you so much, whoever said that. Nobody more motivational than you. Thank you. Stuck some makeup on, which I always do. I never go about without makeup on. I just don't. I like makeup. I really like makeup. So yeah, I probably look a bit better because of that. And actually, somebody really special in my life sent a therapist to my room at 4 o'clock, 4 till 5, and I got a facial. So that's probably why. Which was amazing. So that was very nice of him. Thank you, Jill. Right, I want to talk to you firstly about blood pressure, purely because there are so many people that suffer with high blood pressure, but the correlation between high blood pressure and heart attack and stroke risk is very high. Sorry, can I just get this for a second? Sorry. Hi, are you okay? Hello? Hiya. Is he? Oh, brilliant. I'm just started this live. I'll phone you back, okay? Bye. So, yeah, high blood pressure. Now, when you first start feeling it be, and you've got high blood pressure, you might start feeling a wee bit woozy, particularly in the morning. Actually, you might need to lie down, put your legs up, that sort of thing. But it's because a lot of the time when you have been eating all the things that you're not eating anymore, all the crap, I'm going to call it poison because that's what it is. When you've been eating all of the poison and you are detoxing from it and you're getting it out of your body from heavy metals like mercury, GMO, non-organic stuff. Remember what the animals are in the animals, the hormones, the antibiotics and all the rest of it, everything that we've covered. When you stop eating that, and the carbs and the refined carbohydrates, I don't mean good carbs because we eat a lot of those, I mean the bad ones. A lot of water follows that, so you lose a lot of fluid and it drags with it electrolytes, which is why, you know, you've got bone broth on tap whenever you want it, and that sorts you. But because you lose the water, it instantly lowers your blood pressure. So you might feel woozy and think, oh, this, and a lot of people that are searching for excuses, searching because they're missing their bread and their crisps and their alcohol and their chocolate and their biscuits, go, oh no, that diet doesn't work for me. That diet. And I go, it's not really a diet. We're only eating how we should be eating. It's the withdrawal from the poisons that you're battling with. So, yeah, so you might find that. And if you've got anybody in your family maybe reassure them that they could change their blood pressure, like, and start today. You would never stop medications, never, ever, ever, until your doctor was ready to take you off them. But you can actually start to change or fix your high blood pressure right now. And you know that because you're on Feel It Be and it's happening now. But does your family know that? Does your friends know that? The people in your lives that have high blood pressure? Because it does lead to and can lead to heart attack and stroke, and does millions and millions and millions of times. So the other name, of course, for high blood pressure is hypertension. And just think of that, tension. When you think of tension, you think of like stress, don't you? You think of something constricted, blood vessels, redness. I think of pent upness, you know, if my fists are clenched, and that's exactly what hypertension is. So what actually causes high blood pressure is chronic elevation of insulin. And to get chronic elevation of insulin, you need to be eating all of the crap, all the refined carbohydrates and the sugars, the hidden sugars that's in the rice, remember, that's in the bread, remember. So not necessarily the white sort of table sugar and the Mars bars and Snickers and all that stuff, but actually the other foods where the sugar is hidden because of the blood sugar impact that they have. So you have to remember that. You might think, well, I don't eat sugar anymore. But if you're having bread and rice cakes and rice and oat cakes and porridge and stuff like that, then obviously they're very, very carbohydrate based and will spike blood sugar. So yeah, chronic elevation of insulin. What causes that? Sugar. So you basically need to lower your insulin levels. High blood sugar leads to high insulin, which then leads to chronic inflammation. Now, if you could think of inflammation, it's in your notes, it's in your videos that I've done for you that you've hopefully watched. I'm spending too long on this, but I don't want to. Chronic inflammation, it's like a cut on your hand, like a bad cut. It goes bloody, it's quite deep, it's maybe throbbing, it's pulsating, it's weeping, it maybe gets infected, it's itchy, it's sore. Chronic inflammation is exactly that. Multiply that by millions inside on a cellular level. You just can't see it. We stick makeup on and do whatever we need to do to make ourselves look bonny, but actually, if you've been eating like that, then chronic inflammation will definitely, especially if you've got joint pain, arthritis, bursitis, tendinitis, all of the itises, and many, many other health problems, which we'll get into lots of them in days to come. So, high insulin leads to you carrying more fluid because you've got blood sugar in there. Your blood sugar's too high. All the bad foods, more fluid, causes massive amounts of inflammation and causes your blood pressure to increase. And it's as simple as that most of the time. There are some cases where blood pressure is hereditary, but then you think, well, actually, is it? Because my dad, I'm just making this up now, my dad had high blood pressure, but he was a very heavy drinker. He smoked, and there is no studies actually to say that smoking causes high blood pressure. I would like to say it does, but there are no studies to actually to demonstrate that. So hang fire with that one. I'd like to say smoking is the cause of everything because I hate it personally. I cannot abide it. My mum smokes. I can't stand it. She had my coat on the other day, and I say I can't wear that. That's just awful. So just try to wash it, but it's in the case. No, that'll need to keep. And it's funny because they can't smell it. They go, no, it doesn't smell like that. But my mum's got such a keen sense of smell for everything else, but she can't smell smoke. It's like if they stop smoking for a while, they still expire it. It's still air coming out their lungs that you can actually smell, but because they've not had a fag for 6 hours, think, well, you can't smell that. Like, well, you're breathing it out, so yes, I can. So no amount of chewing gum, by the way, disguises it. So if that's you, you're kidding yourself on. What else? Low magnesium levels also causes high blood pressure. Low potassium levels also cause high blood pressure. And incidentally, you've got good magnesium levels because you've been eating the Feel It Be meal plans, and potassium levels because you've been eating the meal plans. Our meats and green leafy vegetables and nuts and things. Basically, all of our meal plan is packed with all the stuff that you need, but in particular magnesium and potassium. Chronic stress will make your blood pressure higher. The elevated levels of cortisol and adrenaline constrict your vessels, cause you to have high blood pressure, and that stress thing that you don't really know that you're in, it's just a hamster wheel, isn't it? It just keeps going. Tumbleweed, that's the word. And when can you interject and when can you stop it unless you know you're stressed? You can't, you just keep going. And you manage it the best you can, but nothing's really stopping it in its tracks. Sleep. If you do not get good quality sleep, and I mean good quality sleep, 7 hours, amazing. You can sleep for 8 hours, great. 9 hours, you're flying. Of good sound sleep, then great. And if not, if it's 6 hours, 5 hours, you're generally going to be stressed. And that's going to cause your blood pressure to increase. It's also going to make you tired, feel tired, and so you're going to crave the bad carbs, the sugars, and the breads, and the quick fix because you're tired, you're ratty, you're moody, you're all over the place. And obviously the last one I'm going to say is alcohol. Alcohol, of course, does elevate your blood pressure. So if you are drinking, not that you are now, or maybe you still are, I don't know. If you're drinking more regularly than you should, I know people that drink every night and they've got blood pressure problems. Why would you do that? I have no idea why you would do that when you know that that's causing it or contributing it to it. But some people still do. Why, eh? Do you ever just scratch your head and go, eh? You're an educated woman or man. Like, okay, done. That's that bit. Blood pressure. So I was thinking, what I'm going to talk to you about tonight, and I think I'm actually going to talk to you about fear. And I've been scared loads and loads of times in my life. But because I work in the industry I'm in, I've never really put myself on the back burner properly, not like a lot of you have, because I've been immersed in health and wellness and fitness. So even when I was working too long and too hard and maybe drinking too much, I was still kind of taking care of myself, albeit a lot of the time neglecting myself in favour of my work. I used to train clients in the morning, 2-3 clients in the morning, work full time, train clients at night. Then I got to the stage of I dropped that to part-time. I was working part-time, training clients for the rest of the day. So you're working sometimes 12, 13-hour days for years. So it's very, very hard to prioritise yourself, isn't it, when you're looking after so many other people? But that's an excuse. So I wanted to talk to you about fear because I've been scared. I keep going to say feared because that's what we say in Dundee. I've been feared so many times. I remember being absolutely petrified at my dad's funeral, thinking what's going to happen to my mum. I've been in car accidents when you think, oh my God, what's happening to these people? I've seen a guy, I'll never forget it actually, a motorcyclist, and I actually seen it happening. He went under the front of a car, and I thought, oh my God, he's dead. That's it. Actually, he wasn't dead, and he survived it, but I don't know how. So being scared for other people, like completely out with me, and I've been scared for my own self many, many times, and in particular this week I was, because when I first got my boobs done, I had a suspected DVT, told you that the other night. So that's been in the back of my mind, and when you've got family and when you've got responsibilities, and the general anaesthetic thing goes through your mind and you think, oh, shit. I'm not maybe as brave as I used to be. I'm scared. Yeah, but I'm not going to tell anybody that. And now that it's over, I can actually say it out loud because I didn't want my mum to feel it even more. So doing things for the greater good sometimes has to happen, and I don't suppose silicone floating around in your body is very safe. So I had to come out. I'm very, very proud of myself that I never got them back in, and he managed to gather, well, some of my own tissue and some fat from round behind here and fill it out a bit. Because going from quite full boobs to no boobs would be quite damaging on my psychology, I think. So I thought, right, okay, get a bit of weight on, 3, 4, 5 pounds, just go for it and see what they can do. So yeah, I've been scared this week, but many of you get scared for your own reasons. Lots of you are going through, we've got our own struggles, haven't we? Every single person in the world has got their struggles. Every single one of you will have your struggles. And I bet you that fear stands in the way of you and a lot of what you do. I'm going to come at it from another angle and say I've never let fear stand in my way, not that I can recall anyway. I've always been petrified. I've been a shit public speaker. See, at uni, I was absolutely hopeless. And I went to Abertay, and a lot of my pals, they were kind of like the posher end, and they're always dead confident, aren't they? They're always really, really confident, could stand up, you know, hold the audience, and I was just crap. And from those really early days and stages of public speaking, I thought, I can't do this. I'm not cut out for doing this. So I avoided it like the plague. And then I thought, nah, to hell with it. I was getting really, really good at what I was doing. And I thought, I'm going to try and work with lots of people. So there was one night I started boot camps up at Dawson Park, and there was 80 odd people descended. And I worked for the education department at the time in Dundee. So this was like a sideline, like a side hustle. And all these people were there. And I just started speaking every single week, 2 and 3 times a week. And all of a sudden, I got really quite proficient at it. I then became a lecturer. I then had my own gym, and I started working with you. And see, if I had let failure put me off doing any of that stuff, I most definitely would not have helped the thousands of people now that I have already helped, and hopefully the millions to come. But could you imagine if you don't follow through on things that you need to be doing, things that you're good at, things that you should be doing because of fear of failure? The uniqueness that's in you is completely lost. And I don't know if there's any of you, and I'm looking right down the camera lens at you, I don't know if there's any of you right now that feel lost. And maybe fear is playing quite a major role in your life. And see if it is, you can change it at any time. You really can. And the only way to do it is to draw a line and go, I'm shit scared of that. Fuck it, I'm doing it anyway. Feel the fear and do it anyway. I know that's a big, bold statement. People go, well, that's okay for you. But it's not okay for me because I've done it. And most of the time, it's the only way to get through it. The world needs courageous people right now. The world's in a fucking pickle. But it needs courageous people. It needs people to think outside the box. It needs bold people. It needs strong women. It needs independent women. It needs good leaders. It needs empathetic leaders. It needs people to step out of that thing that's keeping them stuck and still to go, do you know what? Fuck it. I'm shitting myself, but I'm going for it. And that's what we need. Now, I'm encouraging every single woman that's looking at me right now to do that. Whatever is holding you back from being your best self, you have to stop it. You have to stop because time really is running out. I know that's dead cliche, but it actually is, isn't it? So stop it. Don't let it happen. See tomorrow, whatever it is that's holding you back, go and make a wee inroad. It doesn't have to be the full-blown thing, but make a wee inroad to actually go, no, I'm not bowing down to that anymore. That's it. I'm done with this. I'm going to do this instead. I'm going to do it that way instead. I disagree. I put my concerns or my opinion forward because I disagree. What are you going to say? What are they going to say? They're going to respect you. That's what they're going to do. Every single one of them. Might not like it, but they'll go, it's happened to her. Whew. So, yeah, fear of failure is real. It's fucking real. It's awful. But when you do it, you feel even more empowered. You feel in control of your own self. You've stepped in and you go, even if it's a silent one. I do this quite a lot for myself, actually, to go, don't give yourself credit. Because, see, here's another thing. See, when I share a lot with you, right, and the world, well, people, it's their nature for that tribe thing. I heard the other night, that tribe and that community. But it's like Chinese whispers, isn't it? You've said something, and I share something, and all of a sudden it's like fucking wildfire. It's like, I never actually said that. So I share so much of myself for the benefit of you. So people think, oh, that's awful dear, £105 a month. Do you know what Shelley Booth does for that? She bears her fucking soul to help us. Are you joking me? Are you doing that? I bet your personal trainer's not doing that. I bet her down in Pure Gym's not doing that for you. No, she's standing at the side of the treadmill, passing you your water, asking you about your weekend. But when you do share, you risk putting people, depending on how they feel about fear and about different issues that they've got, you put yourself at risk, don't you? You absolutely do. And I do that every single day on Feel It Be, because I'm living my truth. I'm just speaking my truth. And actually, I want you to do that as well. So here's a list of things I want you to do. I want you to concentrate on, see, these fears, making inroad to overcoming it. Whatever, just do a wee thing first. And then think, that went okay. Because I'll tell you what, the anticipation of the outcome is always going to be worse than the actual reality of it. You'll go, it wasn't even that bad. I jumped out of a plane last minute. Long story. And to support a big group of girls, actually. It was for a charity. And I thought, fuck, I bet I'm not telling my mum. My mum would have hit the roof. She thought I was going to support them down in York. York, by the way, because it's the highest one. It's 15,000 feet as opposed to 11, something like that. Fucking just do it. Go on. Yeah, so it doesn't have to be jumping out the plane, but just something to make you feel empowered enough to think, I could tackle more of that fear. Am I making sense? I hope so, and I hope it's benefiting you. What else did I say there? I said something else. Stepping into your power. Yeah, being unashamedly yourself. Just, I do it every day. Every time I swear, one of you could go, cancelling my membership, don't like her swearing. Actually, don't like her hair. Actually, I can't understand her for a start. These are excuses, by the way, because they can't be bothered to give everything they've got. Don't like her workouts, don't like her meals, don't like. And that's okay with me. If I'm being true to myself, which I completely am, by the way, this is just me, then I'm more than okay with that. If I was acting, I would be combusting. I would be sitting in a corner rocking if I was acting every day. For how many years have we run this now? Feel Like Bee's been on the go for 3 years. Is it? Yeah, I'd be sitting in the corner rocking if I was putting on an act and I was, do it just because it was a business. So when you do that, you've got inner confidence, and it helps you, I think, overcome fears, because you can only just be yourself. You're not living for anybody else in terms of putting on that front and that act. You're just being you. Kind of dotting about all over the place tonight, aren't I? Yeah. Three years, Jill Shaw, will be 3 years for me in July. Right, okay, so it's about 3 years now that Feel Like Bee has been running. A bit more. Somebody's put an angry face up, right? Whoever that was, go and take it down, please. And I was saying please. I told you, and I asked you. not to put angry faces up, even if I'm talking about something, because it affects me, it triggers me, and it actually does. I don't like angry faces. I don't even like them in real life. I think, what's the matter with you? Can we just sit down and work this out, and can we speak about it? Why are you so angry? Now, I think that's probably come from a childhood when my dad used to get angry. It was the silent treatment for days, or it was a big fucking plates off walls and craziness. The angry face. And here's another thing: my dad used to sleep like this if he was in a bad mood. He used to go like that and look, see what kind of mood he was in. If it was that, I thought, oh shit, oh no. So can you stop doing the angry faces? Because if you can be triggered, then so could I. So please go and take it off. And also, I've just been watching the news. I've been watching the news a lot because I've been sat in that bed for hours on end. There's too many angry people in the world. I've just said to you, we need inspirational women. We don't need angry women. We don't need women pissed off at their own whatevers. We need people to go, I'm not quite happy here and now. I'm going to visualise and manifest what I do want to happen and be bold enough and be brave enough to step out and go and get it. That's the only way. I had a laugh with my mum on the tube last night. She's May Musk's double, right? I think she's maybe a good 15 years younger than May Musk, right enough. But she is Elon Musk's absolute image. I says, well, I've got his mum. I wish I had his brains. And maybe his money as well, but that's another story. But where was that going? I think the general anaesthetics got me. May Musk. Can't remember. Anyway, last night we went to see the Drifters. And I was so uncomfortable. I was sat there. I wasn't even that, if I'm honest, it wasn't even that good. And I looked at my mum. I love all that old music. Totally reminds us of my dad, by the way. And I was sitting thinking, and I looked at her and she looked at me and we both looked at each other at the same time, the same way. And we're like, so we left halfway through it. But oh, I was so sore. I sat there for whatever it was, however many times it was. Hours. I think Jill meant me. Jill, I can see you now. Why can I see you? I've not been able to see you for so long. Your mum so looks like male. I'm not going to tell her that. But yes, she does look like me. Oh, thank you, girls. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Right, well, I hope that we live. I really hope it does. Send you into Friday thinking, right, okay, feel the fear and do it anyway. Mon then. If we've got a world to change and fix, like you are right now, today, you're fixing loads of different things about you. Here's one thing that I'm going to put to you. Who do you know that's actually cleansing their body on a daily basis? Cleansing their mind on a daily basis? Showing up, trying to be the best version of who they are right now for the benefit of the young people that could see them, for the benefit of the partners and the family members. Who do you know that wants to go and engage in connection time, family time, thinking about all this, prioritising it? Who do you know that's working out 5 days a week from home? 3 days with me, 2 days with Selena doing the yoga. Who do you know that's actually thinking about the environment and plastics and toxins and heavy metal toxicity and cleansing your liver and all of this stuff? Who's talking about this? As a collective, I'm not saying that you've never heard about any of this stuff. I know you have, a lot of you have, a lot of you haven't. But as a collective, as a holistic package of, let's just fucking do it. That's brave. So you're overcoming loads of your fears, maybe without even knowing. Or maybe you do know. Maybe it is quite challenging for you. So well done, every single one of you. That's very, very brave to come on in a programme like this, because it's all in. It's, well, you see what I've been sat here with you every night this week, as I do, but it doesn't stop because things happen. Keeps going, and the expectation is that you keep going too. So I do this so if things happen to you, you still prioritise you. Might not be boobs, might be someone else. You still prioritise you. You still show up for you. I think I'll leave it there. I've got a spitty top lip. Chill. I've changed it. Vera's my hero. I actually, do you know what I done? I tagged May Musk in my post last night, but I spelt the mention wrong. So I actually messaged May Musk on Instagram and says, my mum really looks like you. I thought, probably more chance of sending it to her and getting a response than sending it to Elon. Eh? I think so. Right, I'll see you later, okay? There is no official live. Travelling back tomorrow, hallelujah. I'll be back into Dundee for about sort of 9:30 at night. I will jump on over the course of the weekend. There is no official lives though, just because I want to. So I don't even know when. Don't even ask me when. And it's not even scheduled. But I will do it at some point. And I'll see you officially again on Monday at 7 o'clock. Okay? Stay active. Stay on plan. Bear in mind all of these things. See this wee live tonight? I hope it sticks in your mind, because we sort of impromptu lives like that, where you just talk, you just be real with people about my stuff. I think that holds more weight than sometimes showing you a video of an American public speaker. You know, it's real. So you be real with yourself. Have a great night, everybody. I hope you get 7, 8, 9 hours sleep and you wake up nice and fresh. Okay, I'll see you soon. Take it easy. Thank you so much for being there for me this week. I'm here for you, obviously, but you've been there for me. Your messages, your comments on here, all of the stuff that you do, building each other up, building me up. I kind of lost the thread on how many times you said I look good, I look good, I look good. Thank you. That means the world to me, honestly. So I'll catch up with you on Monday, okay? See you soon.